Hola, hoy vamos a aprender los verbos reflexivos, the reflexive verbs. This is gonna be super easy, and especially if you remember the present tense of the verb, it's gonna be super easy. What are the reflexive verbs? First of all, reflexive verbs are used when the subject of the sentence does an action to itself. In other words, the subject and the object of the sentence are the same person or thing. So in this case, me cepillo el pelo. I brush my hair. I'm doing this action to myself. It can be another, like someone can say like, ella se cepilla el pelo. She is brushing her own hair. The person doing the brushing is the same person being brushed. We often use reflexive verbs to talk about routines and actions we do to ourselves. So, as you can see from this picture here, there are like brushing your hair, drying yourself, bathing. And so, here are a few examples of reflexive verbs that you're going to encounter a lot: lavarse, to wash; bañarse, to bathe yourself or to bathe someone else. No. So, lavarse, to wash, bañarse, to bathe. And here we are still thinking about those are actions that the subject and the object of the actions are the same. Cepillarse los dientes, ducharse, when you take a shower, vestirse, to get dressed, afeitarse, despertarse. There are more, you're gonna learn them with time. So one thing that I want you to notice is this se, so the se at the end of each verb in the infinitive. This is because it's just signaling, hey, this is a reflexive verb. There is lavar non-reflexive, lavarse reflexive. How do we form the reflexive verbs? First of all, we identify the verb. So in this case, lavarse, we see the AR, so it's an AR verb. They are ER and IR verbs that you can find also in the reflexive form. Then we conjugate the verb based on the subject and its corresponding AR, ER, or IR ending. So if the subject is yo, it will be yo lavo. And then we add the corresponding reflexive pronoun. And here we have the reflexive pronoun that we're going to use. If it's myself doing the action and me being the subject, me lavo. Tú te lavas, ella se lava, ella se lava, él se lava. Nosotros nos lavamos, vosotras os laváis, ellos se lavan. This is super easy, but you really need to remember those pronouns so that you can use them. And then we keep going to how to form the reflexive verbs. Now we know how to conjugate it. And now, what are the rules? You should place the reflexive pronoun me, te, se, nos, os, se. And you can see that the third person, it doesn't change based on gender nor number. So, ella, se, él, still se. Ellos, multiple, still se. And so we can see, se ducha a las 5. He showers at 5. He showers himself. If there are two verbs, you can place the pronoun before the conjugated verb or attach it to the end of the infinitive verb. And so, in this case, se va a duchar a las 5. He is going to shower at 5. It can be se va a duchar, so we could put it before, or va a duchar se. So you can see the infinitive, and we put the se at the end. Both options are correct. Just a few more examples. Te acuestas temprano. You go to bed early. Ellos se cepillan los dientes 2 veces al día. They brush their teeth twice a day. Nos maquillamos porque vamos a una fiesta. We put on makeup because we're going to a party. Voy a despertarme a las 6 esta semana para estudiar. I have an exam. I'm going to wake up at 6. And this is it for today. In the vocabulary list, you might find a few more verbs we're going to encounter in this chapter, and there are going to be more you will find at a later time, but they're all going to follow the same rule. Adios!